thing. The BJP has to decide one of the two things. Is Rahul Gandhi somebody that they collectively respond to? Yes, they do. That means he's saying things which rattle them. That means he says things which, 96 hours his Cambridge lecture, they're still going on and on and on about it. And Pegasus, they want to talk on Pegasus. The Supreme Court was told by the committee that was set up to probe Pegasus that the government of the day did not cooperate. They want to talk about Mr. Modi saying stuff on foreign soil. Mr. Modi ने foreign soil पर कहा है हिंदुस्तानी सोचते थे हमने क्या पाप किया हम हिंदुस्तान में पैदा हुए. And it's a series of things that he said. I offered floral tributes to the Pulwama martyrs. The Prime Minister kept shooting. He did not say it, but I want to say it. प्रधानमंत्री तो पिक्चर शूट कर रहे थे जब पुलवामा का टेरर अटैक हुआ था with Mr. Grill, man versus white at the Jim Corbett. Do we want to talk about that? You want to talk about China? Let's talk about China. How is it that after 20 brave hearts made the supreme sacrifice, our trade deficit with China has gone up consistently? It has crossed the $100 billion mark. Why is it that patrolling point 10 to 16 is now in our buffer zone? Why are we not patrolling up to that point? You know what Rahul Gandhi said? Something that Mr. Modi will never have the courage to say. He said, we have democracy in our DNA and ethos, India. China is a coercive society. China has issues and problems when we talk about productivity, because when it comes to productivity, we are the biggest game in town. Mr. Gandhi is calling out China and calling them coercive. प्रधानमंत्री तो यही नहीं बोल पाए थे कि कोई घुसा हुआ है. My simple point is that the BJP should stop lying about what Rahul ji has said, should stop distorting it, should stop unabashedly lying, and instead start debating the issues that he's raising. If you are really someone who wants to believe in democracy, let's debate the issues. But वो आपकी औकात नहीं है करने की, वो आप कर नहीं पाते हैं, वो आपका हौसला नहीं है करने का, तब इधर-उधर भागने लगते हैं.
Was chasing Rahul Gandhi all the way to Wayanad to possibly contest there as well. He's decided to contest from Amethi. No, but you really need to understand that Rome wasn't built in a day. And so it follows that neither was the sense of entitlement of the Romans. Let me illustrate the damage with just one example. Here are the last census indices, 2011, indices of Amethi and Rai Bareli, the so-called Nehru-Gandhi dynasty bastions for more than 60 years. People below poverty line, 54%. Households with electricity, 14%. Vaccinated children, 16%. Neonatal deaths, 83 per thousand. This is what the dynasty reduced Amethi and Rai Bareli to. In no other dynasty bastion. You can look at Safai, you can look at Baramati. Nobody has destroyed their so-called dynasty bastion like the Gandhis have. So let it be known that if the Congress lies in tatters, it is because of Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi. Because as long as you have a party where a man is in his 50s and still called the youth leader, where he can preside over one electoral defeat after another and is still evolving, where he can lie on an industrial scale and even apologize to the Supreme Court, but remains the beacon of truth, where your compatriots are more meritorious, but they will never upstage you, where you indulge in a tragedy porn and visit the victims of crimes in a BJP state, but ignore the victims of similar crimes in a Congress state, where you keep people poor through socialism, but become rich yourself, where you oppose the very farm laws that you promised in your manifesto, where you stomp on the human rights of 1 million people, but oppose the abrogation of the law that allowed it, where you and your family ban books, arrest poets, writers, journalists, storm or burn down newspaper buildings, impose the emergency, but you still claim to stand up for freedom of speech, where you party in the night in the wake of a terror attack, but think fictitious saffron terror is a bigger challenge, where you entitlement has changed your mind so completely that nothing grows on it, where your founding party is split more than uranium, but you still insist it is a party of the freedom struggle, where every morning you wake up at night. Navika, just 10 seconds. If Rahul was the captain of the Titanic, he'd have steered the ship all night long in search of an iceberg to collide with. So Smriti Irani has absolutely nothing to fear.
Well,